First, though, the chaos on the Hill. Several measures presented on gun laws. In the end, nothing passed. And then you have this, a Democratic sit-in on the floor of the House. The House now in recess until after the 4th of July. Republican Congressman Louis Gohmert out of Texas was in the middle of all of this. And, sir, good morning to you. Democrats say that demonstration was necessary. Speaker Ryan said that it was theatrical. It was done to drum up donations. In the end, what did this last week prove, do you think?
Well, it proved that insanity exists here the way it has been existing in England, and people are getting fed up with it. I mean, Bill, for heaven's sake, I think one of the reasons, maybe the reason that Fox News is the leading news channel is because you have no problem talking about what was the reason for the shooting in Orlando. He said he was pledging allegiance to the Islamic State, to its leader, Baghdadi. And, you know, I think the vote on Brexit was an anti-insanity vote. They've been allowing the European Union to force them to take people that were a threat to them, just like, you know, it's why Trump is so popular. People are sick of it. But you know what? If my friends who were doing this sit-in on the floor and the White House and the Homeland Security and the Justice Department had heard a 911 call where the Orlando shooter said, you know what, I feel like a woman and I'm being dishonored as a woman, they would be saying today, well, clearly it's because he was a woman. No. Because he said, I'm an Islamic State supporter. They're CNN, New York Times, they're struggling. What was his motivation? My gosh, there's an anti-insanity feeling out there, and it was ridiculous to say it was a gun.
You clearly made your opinion felt the other night when he saw you at 3 o'clock in the morning screaming about radical Islam. Now, you are immediately shifting this conversation to the debate that we're watching over in the UK right now. I mean, you're from Texas. Immigration, probably issue number one in the state of Texas, right? Right along with the economy. I mean, how do you reflect in the early hours of this vote as to what they're doing in the UK and how that works for us here?
Well, I mean, it's a similar feeling. People want leadership that is using common sense. And the European Union has been saying, hey, you know, like Merkel in Germany, we'll take all comers. And there is this mass refugee surge into Europe. And England, since they're part of the European Union, any of the Syrian fighters, the ISIS warriors that come in, as they say they are, with the refugees, they have to take those.
You think that was the motivation for breaking away?
I think it played a part, but I think, like you were talking about, they're tired of Brussels telling them what they have to do with their country, and we see the same feeling about Washington in our own. Don't tell us in Texas or in Tennessee or Kentucky what we have to do. We know what our state needs, and people are sick of the stupid decisions being made.
Louis Gohmert,
but it's also tied to your special coming up. There's the wrong prescription, the wrong diagnosis being made here in America. The Islamic State's at war with us, and it's high time we got after the enemy.
We're going to talk about that a bit later today, but thank you, sir, very much.
You,
Louis Gohmert out of Texas, back with us today.